Chicago was the birthplace of the skyscraper starting back in 1886 with a building called the Home Insurance Building. Well, we continued, and currently Chicago has 4 of the super tall buildings in the world. One of them, one of my favorites, is the Aon Center that dates back to 1973. Designed by the architect Edward Durrell Stone, the Aon Center, I always say, is the building basically with a great deal of conflicted personality and identity crisis. It is an 80-story office building that, in addition to having 3 name changes, or 3 different names, also has had 2 facades. The first one being what Mr. Stone envisioned, which was white Carrara marble. The second one that we currently see, which is light gray granite, a much safer material, but it is something that did cost the building nearly as much to resurface as it cost to build it.
Is the Trump Tower International Tower and Hotel, Donald Trump's tower. That's the 2nd tallest building in Chicago. It's actually the 10th tallest building in the world, and it was designed by a local Chicago architect by the name of Adrian Smith. And the Trump Tower is 1,390 feet high. It actually, in Trump's mind, he was going to build a tower and hotel taller than the Willis or Sears Tower, but then 9/11 occurred, and I think his insurance company said it might not be good to be number 1. It might be an advantage to being number 2.
Oh, the Sears Tower, now Willis Tower, that was completed in 1974. Fazlur Khan, the structural engineer for the project, came up with this idea of a bundled tube framing structure. These structural tubes rise from the ground collectively, and the Sears company was in the lower 50 floors of the building, where they have the largest floor plates, about 53,000 square feet each. 2 of these tubes rise to the 50th floor before they stop. 2 more structural tubes rise to the 66th floor. 3 more rise to 90 stories. The last 2 structural tubes rise to 108 stories. That is then topped by a 2-story mechanical penthouse for a grand total of 1,450 feet, 7 1/2 inches to the top of the coping of the mechanical penthouse, which made it tallest building in the world upon its completion in 1974, a title held arguably until 1995 and lost officially around 2001.
Okay, so then we talk about the 4th tallest in our city is John Hancock, affectionately known as Big John to most of us. This building was completed in the late 60s, and its height is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 1,127 feet tall. This was done by Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, and within the firm we owe the Bangladesh-born Dr. Fazlur Khan and Bruce Graham for what we call the cross bracing there that helps that structure withstand the wind shears. The observatory in the Hancock is on floor 94. People look at the John Hancock and sometimes say that is absolutely architectural genius.